Sorry students, had an issue with the memory problem. The video had stopped in between. I had completed the whole explanation and I didn't came to know. So I'll be once again continuing from where the video stopped. It was from the working. Okay. So we'll be moving towards the working of this AC generator. So initially what happens, we'll take two conditions. Initially, these are two magnets and the coil is in this manner. Okay. Initially the coil is in this manner. Means the magnetic field lines are going in this way and the coil is at this angle. Then area vector will be in this direction. Area vector is always perpendicular. So area vector will be perpendicular. So the direction of the magnetic field lines and the area vector will be same. The direction of magnetic field lines and area vector will be same, which means that at time 0 theta will be equal to 0. Suppose I want to find flux at this condition, it will be equals to B dot A, which will be equals to BA cos theta. So I can write it as what is theta over here? Theta is equals to 0. So it will be BA. Okay. Cos 0 is 1. So it will be BA. Now suppose I take some at some time t. At some time t, this disc or this coil is rotated by some angle. This coil is rotated by some angle. Okay. So initially what was the condition? Two magnets and the coil. Okay. Now what happens? I am giving some rotation to this coil. Okay. Due to this, what will happen? The magnetic field lines that are going through the coil will decrease. As I rotate, the magnetic field lines will become less. Initially, all four fingers or all four magnetic field lines are going through it. As and when I rotate it, only two are going, and at 90 degree only no field lines will be going through the coil. So which means that after giving some angle, the flux linked with the coil will change. Okay. So now we are taking at some angle theta. Suppose you take this is angle theta, then what will be happen? This will be the direction of magnetic field, that will remain constant. The area vector will be perpendicular to the plane, which means that I have written over here the angle between magnetic field lines and the area vector will be equal to theta. So if I want to find flux at this point, flux in a single turn of coil will be equals to B dot A, which will be equal to BA cos theta, which will be equals to will remain the same, BA cos theta only. Okay. Now one important thing, at what speed it is rotating? It is rotating at a uniform velocity omega. Okay. So how can I define omega? Omega is equals to theta upon t. What is omega? Omega is angular velocity. What is theta? Theta is the angle with which it is moving, or you can say angular displacement. Simply if you compare it with your simple velocity, okay, instead of angular velocity, let us assume that for simple velocity, velocity is equals to distance upon time, or you can say linear velocity is equals to linear distance covered upon time. So for angular velocity, it will be angular velocity is equals to angular displacement or angular distance covered, that is by angle theta, angular displacement upon time. So from here, can I write theta is equals to omega t? Theta equals to omega t. So I can write it over here. Phi equals to BA cos omega t. Okay. This flux is for single coil. This flux is for single turn. So if there are n turns, then flux net will be equals to n into BA cos omega t. And A cos omega t. This will be the net flux. This will be the net flux associated with the coil, okay, or the armature coil. Copy this very fast so that we can go ahead. Okay, just pause the video and copy it. Okay, now if we are asked to find the induced EMF. Induced EMF is equals to, according to Faraday's law, it is minus d phi by dt. What is d phi over here? Phi is our magnetic flux, that is minus d. Minus is for induced EMF, that is according to Lenz's law, the negative direction. Minus d NBA cos omega t, okay, divided by dt. Okay. So here n is number of turns, that is constant, magnetic field also remains constant, and the area vector also remains constant. So I can take them out, minus n b a d of cos omega t divided by dt. Okay. So what is the differentiation of cos omega t? Cos omega t, differentiation of cos is equals to minus sign, and this omega t is omega. So I can write minus NBA minus sine omega t. Just a second, I'll rub this. Minus sine omega t into omega. Okay, this minus will get cancelled out, so it will be NBA. This omega I will take out, omega sine omega t. Can I write it in this form? Now from here, n is constant, that is number of turns. B is magnetic field, that is also constant. A is area vector, that also remains constant. And omega is angular velocity, and we have already told that we are rotating the coil with uniform angular velocity, which means this is also constant. So this all terms are constant. So to write this constant, I will use E0. This is a constant term. Okay. So EMF is equals to E0 up. Induced EMF is E0 sine omega t. Okay. I hope this is very clear to you. Okay, then very fast we'll do about induced current also. What is current? I is equals to V by R, or I can say E by R, that is EMF upon or voltage upon resistance. Okay. What is the value of E? I can take it from over here. NBA omega sine t. NBA omega sine omega t whole divided by R. R is resistance of the material, that is constant, that does not depend on change in flux. So this term will become constant over here. Okay. So I can write that term as I0. So I equals to I0 sine omega t. Okay. Can I write it in this form? So we have got the two things, that is induced EMF and induced current. Okay, induced EMF and induced current. What changes over here is with time the angle changes. Okay, as the time passes the rotation changes, and when the rotation changes the angle will change. Okay, which means that value of current changes constantly. As and when the time changes, the value of current will change. Okay, so for that what we'll do, we'll make a graph. Okay, just copy this very fast. Pause the video and copy it. This is I. On y-axis, here it will be theta. 0 theta, 90, 180, 270 and 360. Okay. So here let us say time also. Theta and time are changing with respect to each other. So initially I'll write the formula for I equals to I0 sine omega t. Okay. So initially if the angle is 0 at time equals to 0, sine 0 will be equal to 0, which means that current will equal to 0. So initially it will be at this point. At some point when theta is equals to 90, what will happen? Sine omega t will become 1. At that time it will have the maximum current, or it will have the maximum value. So suppose say at this point it is the maximum value. Once again at 180, sine 180 will become 0. Okay, so whole term will again become 0. So the value of current at this point will again be 0. Now after that, if we move towards 270, the value of sine 270 is minus 1, which means that the value will be highest but in opposite direction, or you can say in the negative direction. So let us say it will be somewhere over here, and once again at the last point, that is 360, sine 360, or you can say sine 2 pi is equals to 0, which means that the value of current will again be 0. Now if we draw a graph connecting this all points, then it will be somewhat like this. which means that this is alternating current. Initially there was 0, the current kept on increasing, after some point it starts decreasing, then this whole cycle is repeated once again, which is in the negative direction. Here it was in the positive direction, here it is in the negative direction. If you go ahead and plotting it, it will again be the same cycle, it will keep on alternating it. Okay, it will keep on alternating cycle. Okay, that's why it is known as alternating current. Okay, so I hope this concept of AC generator is very clear to you. Very fast we will discuss how can you produce this AC current or how it is produced. Simple, you can take